Shah, and today I will be giving the Trinity College, London, Grade 4 Speech and Drama Digital Exam. Task 1. My play extract from The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare, Act 3, Scene 1. I say, my daughter is my flesh and blood. There is more difference between thy flesh and hers than there is between jet and ivory. More between your bloods than there is between red wine and Rhenish. But tell us, do you hear whether Antonio have had any loss at sea or no? There, I have another bad match. A bankrupt, a prodigal, who dares scarce show his head on the retaglio. A beggar who used to come so smug upon the mart. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to call me absurd. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to lend money for a Christian courtesy. Let him look to his bond. Why, I am sure, if he forfeit, thou wilt not take his flesh. What's that good for? To bait fish withal. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled mine friends, and heated mine enemies. And what is his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not Jew hands? Hath not Jew eyes, senses, dimensions, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, healed with the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? And if you poison us, do we not die? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferings be? By Christian example? Why? Revenge. The villain you teach me, I will execute, but I will better the instruction. Task 2. My poem by Sir Walter Raleigh. My poem, The Lie by Sir Walter Raleigh. Go, soul, the body's guest, upon a thankless errand. Fear not to touch the best. The truth shall be thy warrant. Go, since I needs must die, and give the world the lie. Say to the court, it glows and shines like rotten wood. Say to the church, it shows what's good and doth no good. If church and court reply, give church and court the lie. Tell potentates they live, acting by others' actions, not strong unless they give, not loved, but by a faction. If potentates reply, give potentates the lie. Tell men of high condition that manage the estate, their purpose is ambition, their practice only hate. And if they do reply, then give them all the lie. Tell them that brave at most, they beg for more by spending, though in its greatest cost seek nothing but commending. And if they make reply, then give them all the lie. Tell zeal, it wants devotion. Tell love, it is but lust. Tell time, it is but motion. Tell flesh, it is but dust. And if they do reply, then spare not to give the lie. Tell age it daily wasteth. Tell honor how it alters. Tell beauty how she blasteth. Tell favor how it falters. And if they do reply, and wish them not reply, for thou must give them the lie. Tell wit how much it strangles, in tickle points of niceness. Tell wisdom she entangles herself in oval wiseness. And if they do reply, then straight give them both the lie. Tell physic of her boldness, tell skill it is pretension, tell charity of its coldness, tell law it is contention. And if they do reply, then give them all the lie. Tell fortune of her blindness, tell nature of decay, tell friendship of unkindness, tell justice of delay. And if they do reply, then give everyone the lie. Tell arts they have no soundness, but vary by esteeming. Tell schools they want profoundness, but stand too much on seeming. If arts and schools reply, give arts and schools the lie. Tell faith it's fled the city. Tell how the country erreth. Tell manhood shakes off pity. Tell virtue least the fifth. And if they do reply, then give them all the lie. So, when thou hast, as I, commanded thee, done blabbing, although to give the lie deserves no less than stabbing. Stab thee he will, no stab the soul can kill. Task 3, my speech by Malala Yousafzai. Honorable UN Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, respected elders, and my dear brothers and sisters, today it is an honor for me to be speaking here after a very long time. I don't know where to begin my speech, but first, thank you to God, with whom we are all equal, and thank you to everyone who has wished for my speedy recovery and new life. Every day, hundreds of human rights activists and social workers are not only fighting for human rights, but are struggling to achieve their goals of education, tranquility, and peace. Thousands of people have been killed by the terrorists, and millions have been injured. I am just one of them. On the 9th of October 2012, the Taliban shot me on the left side of my forehead. They shot my friends too. They thought that the bullets would silence us, but they failed. And out of that silence came thousands of voices. The terrorists thought that they would stop our aims and change our ambitions, but nothing changed in my life except this. Hopelessness, weakness, fear, and weakness died. Strength, power, and courage was born. I am the same Malala. My hopes are the same. My dreams are the same. The wise saying, the pen is mightier than the sword, was true. The terrorists are afraid of books and pens. The power of education frightens them. They are afraid of women, afraid of the change, the equality we will bring into our society. So, here I stand among our world leaders to change the strategic policy in favor of peace and prosperity. One student, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education first. Task 4. My expressive reading task. The Confessions of Arsène Lupin by Maurice Leblanc. It was dark. The servants were closing the shutters of the castle. There was no light in the windows, as it was the Duke's habit to go to bed straight after dinner. Lupin passed the gatekeeper's lodge and, as he put his foot on the drawbridge, said, "Leave the gate open. I'm going for a breath of air. I shall be back soon." He stopped, thinking he heard a noise. But no, it was the rustling of the leaves. And yet, a stone went rattling down the slopes. bounding against the rugged projection of the rock. But, strange to say, nothing seemed to disquiet him. The crisp sea breeze came blowing over the plains of the headland, and he eagerly filled his lungs with it. What a thing it is to be alive, he thought. Still young, a member of the old nobility, a multi-millionaire. What more could a man want? At a short distance, he saw, against the darkness, the yet darker outline of the chapel, the ruins of which towered above the path. A few drops of rain began to fall, and he heard a clock strike 9. He quickened his pace. There was a short descent. Then the path rose again, and suddenly he stopped once more. A hand seized his. He drew back, tried to release himself. But someone stepped from the clump of trees, and a voice said, "Shh, not a word." It was his wife. "What's the matter?" he asked. She whispered, "They are lying in wait for you. They are in there, in the ruins, with their guns." Task 5. My reflection questions. Question number 1. Which one of your pieces was the most challenging to perform? Why? For me, the most challenging piece to perform was my poem, The Lie, since it took effort and concentration to express the emotions correctly. Question number 2. Describe the theme or narrative or setting of one of your pieces. How did you show these to the audience? The theme of my play extract is anger, since Shylock is angry about his missing daughter and missing money. I showed Shylock's anger by raising my voice and using my facial expressions. The setting is a street in Venice. Question number 3. How do you create the mood/atmosphere in task 4? In my task 4, the expressive reading task, the Confessions of Arsène Lupin, I created the mood by reading with emotion. I also whispered when the wife was speaking because it said in the text that she was whispering. Question number 4. How do you use your voice and body to create the characters in your pieces? In my play extract, I created Shylock and Saldinino by facing opposite sides and making it as though they are talking to each other. In my poem, I faced left and stood there to make it seem as though I was talking to the soul. In my speech, to create Mr. Ban Ki-moon and the elders, I gestured to where they would be standing. Thank you.